Brother Assassin. You nailed it. You got it. You got your first. Was it your first? Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Chain Reactor. Happy Friday to you. Happy, dude. So it's a holiday today, to be honest. May the 4th tomorrow, a sacred day. One of the most sacred days of the year. I celebrate. I hope you do too. Yeah. Happy May the 4th Eve, guys. I'll have to check that. I can't even imagine what it's going to be. Give me a teaser. Good morning, Peter. You bummed you didn't get that first? Good morning, Ebo. Holy cow, dude. Treat to see you here. I think you were here once before, but dude, really crazy to think that this is day 5 of Chain Reactor. We're, yeah, 5 days in, basically the full week down. It's pretty cool. I'm digging it. Hope you guys are liking it. Yeah, just a little flavor on everything I've been doing and just happy to have this home. You know? Crypto Slam's been my home for 3 years now. Actually realized, and I think I told you guys here, but realized this week that our newsletter this week, it was the 3-year anniversary. That was my entry into Web3, really. My first time ever, you know, kind of finding some work here. And I love it. It's been home ever since. I love the family. I know we're doing something special that matters. So, man, been a real treat. And really, really glad to have you guys along for the ride. Who else is here? Let's just do a quick check. Oh, it features Henry. Okay, we'll tell you what. In a minute, we're going to go over in that Discord and we're going to show it. And you'll get my reaction live. I can't even imagine. Is it going to be some Herney thing? I'm sure it's going to be from the show. I bet with the aviators on, right? That's just my guess. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. Like the video. Subscribe if you're watching over on YouTube. In fact, if you're watching over on X, make sure you go to make sure you go to the YouTube channel. It is SlamX Official. Subscribe there. There is going to be content that is exclusively there. Last night, in fact, I streamed the Otherside Metaverse Town Hall. Stuff like that I'll probably do exclusive over there. I think, still feeling out what works best where. But just to expect a lot more stuff like that. What else? If you are watching on X, yeah, please retweet that. In fact, I'm going to give this a little retweet as well. But again, good to see you guys. Things are looking nice. I was like, man... I was wondering if my eyes were playing tricks on me. I feel the space, right? You can feel sentiment has kind of changed out there. Awful earlier in the week, just awful. But all of a sudden, yesterday, today, things are changing. And yesterday, we went over a few of those reasons, probably why. Today, we have a few more reasons. But again, I wasn't expecting to see us up almost 6% here. It's nice. I'll just say that. It's nice. I don't get too caught up in the swings here. Like, not bummed when we were down in the 50s. In fact, thought we would get there. Not surprised seeing us here. I mean, nothing surprising until we break 100. That, to me, is expected. And it's a matter of, really, to me, it's a matter of how high it goes. And I think it goes pretty darn high. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely like bullish on everything here. Anyways, guys, I want to start by doing something a little different, which is just, I guess, bring some breaking news, some top stories I'm seeing this morning. Do that before we get to the NFT market and then get to some maybe the bigger stories. And big stories out there today, man, it's got to be Friendtech, right? Friendtech V2 launched overnight with their new Friend token. At the same time, just SocialFi in general is really starting to cook. So again, Friendtech, but also Fantasy Top. Oh, God, you know what, Assassin? I hope this is something with Henry there, the Henry being the Fantasy Top. But SocialFi, again, cooking. We have a Farcaster too. Little update there. Yeah, really, really interesting stuff. Those are our big stories. A couple other things, though. I mean, there's a lot cooking. Definitely getting into the Otherside Town Hall. I thought that... Well, I loved it. I'll just say that. I loved it. I thought they brought a lot of big info. I got to say, I questioned what they've been building the past 2 years. It doesn't look like much, and I think that was all what they just got rid of at the company. Anyways, point is, there's a lot to talk about. Give me a quick second. I just want to get this tweeted out, but guys, do me a favor and do the same. I'll drop the tweet in here if you guys don't mind giving it a little push. I got to come up with a better process for this, and I say this with my other shows too. I don't know how to properly tweet it out until it's live. Whatever. Figuring it out. Anyway, how are you guys doing? What's good with you? What's on your radar? What do you guys think we need to be talking about today, too? I'm curious if I've got it all covered or if you're going to have some good, surprising stuff here for me. Here, we need music during this. We'll do, here, for you, Assassin, here you go. Okay, boom. That takes way too long. I gotta figure that out. All right, I'm gonna drop that tweet here again. If you guys don't mind, give it a little push. Oh, dude. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I have. Hang on. Let's get vibing first, sir. I have for you a blast guide. Because, dude, same thing. I got nothing in that ecosystem. Nothing. And I found a little cheat sheet. All right, I'm going to share that. And I've got a note. I was planning on that. So good timing with that comment. People are going to think we planned this, but we didn't. Oh, yeah. Dude, that is awesome. Okay. All right, we got to take a look at runes. It's been a minute since we checked in there, so got to do that. No, I didn't. Huh. I don't even know their point system. Don't even know. And yeah, Assassin, it was it's a little choppy. It wasn't perfect, but also part of that's the streaming. Anyways, let's get into it. All right. I can't say this is breaking news because it's definitely not breaking news, but God, I love that song. I'm going to keep that going a bit. Not breaking news. I'm just going to say it's fun news for me, okay? You guys know Udi from the Taproot Wizards, from the Quantum Cats. This man bought his first Ethereum JPEG yesterday, and you couldn't pick out a more perfect JPEG. You couldn't. Hey, you know what? He can't even call his a JPEG, because isn't that an SVG? What's the file type? Like fully on chain, it's just the code. So he didn't buy himself a JPEG even. But anyway, Udi bought himself a CryptoPunk, and I gotta tell you, I love his whole breakdown of it. Him saying he deserves to pay $100,000 for it. He deserves it for fading them early on. Agreed. Love it. Love his take on it. Love that he respects the history, and I love how honest he is. Punks are not the first. They're not. They're not the first NFT. He's like that. He gets it. The narrative is what matters. Not the fake narrative, but the real narrative. Who actually built the culture, changed the culture, started a movement? It's these guys, and that's why they're worth what they're worth. Not first, and not because of the art. It's because of what's come after them. And really, it's because of what they inspired. So, really cool to see him getting over here in the Ethereum ecosystem. He was solely over in Bitcoin. Well, not so much now. I love it. Now, this cracks me up because you got the Bitcoin punks offering for him to burn his CryptoPunk in exchange for the Bitcoin equivalent, right? Have this like symbolic thing happen. I didn't realize this tweet was from last night. I was waiting for his reply, thinking like he hadn't seen this yet, and I assumed his reply would be something like, "Fuck out of here," and it basically was. It basically was exactly that. You're crazy. Like, ridiculous. Come on. I like Bitcoin punks. I had one. They're fine. But dude, you don't burn a CryptoPunk. You do it if you're Robness. You do it if you're an artist. If you got a statement to make, but you're not burning it for a Bitcoin punk. Come on, man. Oh, no kidding, huh? Choina, you got a punk? Yeah, I like it all. I like Udi a lot. Guys, 3-landers. What a disaster, right? Team rugged, artist rugged. This is going back a couple months. Well, 3-landers now for sale. Which, yeah, this probably should have happened a little while ago. Because it's just a dead project at this point. Like, just dead. Would somebody want to buy this and revive it? What is there to revive? Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. Like, mint a new collection at this point. I don't get it. Oh, man, not everybody's cut out here to build. You know, some people are just artists. And I get them. I get that this was an artist kind of project, so... It is what it is. At this point, it is silly. It's not like people weighing in with some ideas here, though. Buy 3-landers for $50K. Bridge it to Blast. Right? Get into some gold farming with it, right? Do something with it. I think let it die. Just let it die. You don't need to build with 3-landers. It's totally fine. All right, now this is kind of more breaking news this morning. And I think a lot of people misinterpreted this at first. Okay? So somebody had tweeted out Magic Eden rugged their own airdrop before it even launched. By the way, just a reminder, claim your diamonds over on Magic Eden. If you've been trading Bitcoin ordinals, right? Remember, you can go claim your diamonds, and they're giving a lot. So this is a bit out of context, but there is a screenshot here saying official announcement on the Magic Eden Diamond Market. Okay, the Magic Eden Diamonds points market now canceled. All all deposited funds are going to be refunded. Key thing here, because people misinterpreted this as Magic Eden was rugging their diamonds, and they're not. This is not a Magic Eden thing. This is Whales Market, right? We've looked at that, and let's pull it up even. I almost went to Males Market. Yikes. Whew. Yeah, bro. Let it die. Let it die. Whales Market, though, is where you go and you trade tokens, and I wonder if you can trade whitelist here. I don't remember, but you can trade tokens pre-market before they launch, before TGE. Okay, so you could trade Magic Eden Diamonds here, just like you can trade Blast here, right? And Blast is not officially, minted, whatever the term. Yeah, it's not a real token yet. So you could trade diamonds here. You were trading Friendtech points, the Friends token here. Any token that's not launched yet, if it's a major token, you're going to find them here on Whales.market. Ooh, by the way, Whales.market, you should probably sponsor the show. I like showing you guys off, but I'll like showing you off even more if you sponsor the show. Anyway, you used to be able to trade diamonds here. You can't anymore, and I really wonder why. And I'd love to hear if you guys have any thoughts, any speculation. Why all of a sudden could you not trade diamonds here? What is the reason? Is there some kind of like legal implications here? What doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, so I don't quite get it, but I did want to put that news out there again, just so there's no misunderstandings, because a lot of people took this as Magic Eden rugging, and it's not them. So yeah. In fact, is this a this is a Magic Eden employee here. Looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, so at least people chiming in and making sure, people are clear. Me, I'm doing my part too. So be safe. Make sure you're understanding the context of things put out there. Oh, dude, I didn't have this on the agenda today, but since it's right in front of me, I do want to mention this. There's a little saltiness over there on Solana right now. Totally random, right? Kind of out of nowhere. But a lot of people not happy that you got companies like Phantom and Sniper buying up a whole bunch of DeGods, right? Like, hey, it's so great. We got an ETH project coming over. And you got native Solana projects that, man, that does not feel good to have these guys supporting someone who was there, left at the bottom, coming back when times are good, right? I get why that doesn't feel so good to them. Like, why don't you support the projects who have been here building the whole time? Some great replies here, though. Trying to find the best one, I thought. It was about just wrap your head around what business is and it hurts. Here it is. There it is. Yeah. Business is not about doing things just to feel warm. It's about taking actions that are most likely to generate profits for your company. Guys, for real though, this is real. Meditate on that. The world is cruel. It's good advice. Nobody is doing this out of the kindness of their hearts, man. They're not. They're doing it because they think it's a smart business decision. In the attention economy especially, that motivates everything. So a little bit of advice here to start your day. All right, and last piece of, I guess, kind of breaking news, but we have a new largest block ever mined. And that did just happen this morning. The previous largest block ever mined was, do you guys want to take a guess? It might be on screen. I hope not. Do you know what the largest block ever mined was? It was pretty recent, and it's a name you all know. It's something a lot of you guys got exposure to. I'm curious. I'm going to give you just a quick second. Let's see if anybody gets this. If you get this, if somebody answers it right, I'm going to give you a Crypto Slam whitelist. How about that? First one to answer correctly, what is the largest block, gets a whitelist. Even if you already got a whitelist spot, it'll stack. Prometheans, no. Runes, no. Well, okay, I'm not going to say no on runes, but you got to be more specific. The hint is it is runes related. You know what? Funny enough, too, Assassin, I feel like the Kongs did say they had the largest block. I feel like they did. I wonder if the articles actually got it wrong. So here's the thing. If it ends up being Prometheans, you win. And if somebody guesses the other one that the article states, then they'll win as well. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, Lex, you got it. Okay, so Lex, DM me give me a Solana wallet, unless you've already done a Solana address, but DM me like a Solana wallet address. Yeah, I think you're right, Assassin. I think this article, I think Bitcoin.com got it wrong. I do think the Kongs got the largest. I'm just going to fact check it. I'm going to double check it. And if so, you're both going to win, okay? So Lex and Assassin, send me an address. I'll just verify that. But yeah, previously they're saying it was the runestone. The initial runestone, the parent. So yeah, we'll double check that. Hopefully we have two winners here. I think that'd be even cooler, right? But yeah, new record. This one just the tiniest bit bigger. Max size is 4 megabytes, right? And this is all measured in V-bytes. It's like, it is a little technical and it is a little confusing, and I will not say I totally get it, but I'm starting to wrap my head around it. This new block, you know what's interesting? I wonder if this didn't beat it. If it really was the Prometheans, that parent one, I wonder if it was actually bigger. Okay, so previously the biggest block they're saying was 3.99 megs. This one, 3.993. I got to find out with Prometheans how big their block was. In fact, in a moment, when I get a chance, I'm going to DM Henry. I'll see. But interesting. I like it. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's do some market stuff. Let's get to our stories, guys. Again, there's just a lot going on. Some context and to set up some market stuff, right? Let's do some macro stories. Why is Bitcoin pumping? Not exactly because of this, but this is just part of, it's part of the narrative. It is part of, what's changing in the sentiment out there. $4.8 trillion asset manager Fidelity says pension funds are exploring Bitcoin and crypto. Man, I wish Lemon were here because he'd be cheering this on. He calls me a boomer and says that I'm doing like inside pensions, which at this point right now I am. So really, really awesome to see that. Really, I mean, guys, the amount of money that is about to come into Bitcoin and is right now, it still is, it's in a way, it's unfathomable. It's unlike anything we had seen in crypto so far. And be smart. Don't get shaken out. Whatever, just don't get down when you see the market in these downswings. Just know there's a lot of people there manipulating stuff. Have a little conviction in what this is going to look like with this kind of money coming in, And then finally, Jack Dorsey saying Block is going to start buying Bitcoin every month. So dollar cost averaging their way in here. You're only doing that at this price if you think it's going to go up, because we are man, we're not far off from all-time high prices. I mean, 10K away, but you're starting to buy in now. You've got a lot of conviction that we're going up quite a bit more. Love it, dude. Love it. Really good looking out there right now. All right, the NFT market. We'll do a quick review of sales, projects. Yesterday, solid day, at least bouncing back. In fact, one of our best days of the week here. But yesterday, $24.7 million in cross-chain sales. Kind of up in every category, too. Sellers, buyers, transactions. Actually, no, transactions was actually lower. Fewer transactions, but higher average price of those NFTs. And then trade profits. I mean, actually, I see something interesting here today. We have been basically negative $1 million plus, with a few exceptions here, but it's been close to that almost every day here. Today's shaping up to be maybe our best day of profits here in a week plus. Still in the negative, right? But negative about 90 grand. So yeah, if we keep that pace up, I mean, hey, today could be a day in the positive at this point. It's been a rough stretch. We'll say that at least. Really, really rough stretch. And then just peeking at the leaderboard here on Crypto Slam, General Ordinals Collection just crushing, sales up 32% here. Node Monkeys, I mean, man, Node Monkeys, if you wanted one, if you were like me, hoping the Merlin unlock was going to lead to some cheaper prices, it didn't. It did not. It probably will not. I think there's still some assets to unlock still, but I don't know that we're getting a discount. Huge bummer. D-God's rocking too. But look at that. I just noticed it's the Solana D-Gods. That's so cool. Not the Ethereum D-Gods. Oh my God. They're actually on the top 10 twice. That's super cool. Dude, somebody tweets that out. I'll retweet that from the Crypto Slam account. D-God's on the leaderboard 2 times. Tweet that out, and if you drop it here, I'll retweet that from Crypto Slam. Lemon, you know I had my baby. You held my baby already, bro. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty damn cool. D-Gods on here twice. Utes on here as well. So yeah, the D ecosystem, man, owning 3 of the top 10 spots, and Yuga Labs has 1, 2. Are mutants on here? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. But between Yuga Labs and the D-Gods ecosystem, they've got half of the top 10. Pretty cool. I dig it. Top sales. Let's hit those real quick. Nice CryptoPunk. 3D glasses, beanie. Real nice. Over $500,000 sale. Love that. It did. Yeah. Dude, it matters. I love it. Also, the one and only Poppy's CryptoPunk sold. I know he wasn't quite expecting it. Basically almost 2x the floor. No, it is 2x the floor. It's a great looking punk, dude. Used to be his PFP. I love Poppy. Awesome dude. So a couple big sales there in the punks collection. A nice Bitcoin shroom here. The D's nodes. These have been some of the hottest, absolute hottest NFTs over on Solana, and it is literally a node, like a very high functioning node. So if you're a shitcoin trader, if you're into meme coins, these give you a leg up for sure. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of money thrown at these guys. They're I think if that is your focus, meme coins, you have a significant advantage with this kind of node. So yeah, pretty cool. Quick peek at floor prices. We're not going to spend long on this either, but yeah, I mean, clearly D-Gods, Utes rocking over here. Mixed bag on Solana. Similar over on ETH. Yeah, nothing too different. I don't know what this Ultraverse collection is, by the way, at all. Need to do some digging there. And then base. If you guys saw the morning update, by the way, this is probably just a quick review, but yeah, just base volume not there. Not at all where I was hoping it would be, and I think a lot of people still think that's coming, but I do think all this new interest in Blast and in Fantasy Top and stuff, right? I think that has definitely got people's attention. And we say this over and over and over again. I think we're at the point where the user base is spread very thin, very thin. So I don't know if we can have a thriving base ecosystem at the same time as a thriving Ordinals ecosystem at the same time as Solana meme coin. Like, I don't think they can all be happening at once without new users coming in. So I don't know. Not worried for base by any means. Shouldn't even say the word because it's not anything like that. But yeah, I just don't see them cooking anytime soon. And then big, beautiful Bitcoin ecosystem just really doing well. Node monkeys, they were over 0.4 yesterday. Puppet's over 0.3 still, looking great there. My favorite, Quantum Cat's still cooking. I am shocked still by Bliffstone, but also knowing that the Cabal is not touching it. Knowing that, then I'm not surprised. Yeah, going to be interesting to watch that play out. Arsic doing well too. Again, a lot of faith in that team over there. Somebody also pointed out that Emmy, the Magic Eden avatar, right? That's a runestone. That's a runestone little logo on her. You know, maybe it's just there because. Well, okay. With that said, is that a? Can we see Emmy bigger here? Just trying to see if this is. I'm sorry, not a runestone logo. That's a Arsic logo on her. But is there also a runestone logo right here? I can't quite tell. Anyway, people are maybe reading a little too much into that. But it's there. Hey, you said it, not me, man. But, agreed. Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's do some... We got to do Friend Tech. No, you know what? We got to do Yuga Labs first. I do want to keep this a little more NFT focused. I mean, if there's NFT news. So, yeah, let's hit Yuga Labs. Because yesterday was not even a good day. It was a great day for the other side and for Yuga Labs. And I think it was a pretty damn important step in their new journey. I'll call it that. Okay, so if you're not aware, Yuga Labs had a town hall for their Otherside metaverse, and they actually hosted it in the Otherside. It was cool. I went to it. I streamed it. It was really cool. I love it. I love those. Okay, the Travis Scott Fortnite thing, that was the moment where I realized, oh, the metaverse thing will work. Like, you could legit do a concert here, and it feels awesome. Like, it feels like a concert. Just, man, the energy's crazy. And I got the same thing, too, at the Decentralized Metaverse Music Festival 2 years back. I work with the Crypto Bats on the side, and we had Ozzy Osbourne with a metaverse performance, and that was like pre-recorded, right? And it's an avatar that was doing these pre-recorded things. That was cool. But Bjork's performance was incredible. Bjork's, it was like the whole environment around you was morphing and moving to the music and stuff, and it felt very alive. And man, again, I got the same vibes there. Like, it feels good. You know it's going to work when tech grows. It's going to work. And I get the same vibes here from the other side. I really do. So I guess yesterday, like 1,200 people were in there. It actually felt like more. And I'll say this. Yes, it felt a little laggy. In it didn't feel bad at all. It felt fine. It was exactly what I was expecting. But the energy was there. And what was so cool was seeing familiar faces there. I did not plan to go and meet up with anybody, but I ran around and found my buddy, the Alva. Just saw him hanging out, and I'm jumping in front of him, like up and down, trying to get his attention. I don't know if he saw me. And then my friend Jed I saw there as well. And, man, I feel like there was somebody. Oh, my friend Quantum Variant. So a few friends that were just there participating. It's just cool bumping into people you know, but in the virtual world. It's a great way to deliver info, too. It is. So, wrong video. Hang on. I just want to show you a little sneak peek. There it is. So, yeah, here was the stream yesterday. It's probably not going to be easy to show. But, dude, just so many... You know what? That lag you see there, it was not like that in the game. That is literally from the stream itself. Just picture it running 1,000 times smoother than that. It was pretty good. But, yeah, great event, and a lot of good info dropped in that event, gotta say. So that's really what I want to focus on here is what actually happened there. And there was quite a bit. Quite a freaking bit, guys. Okay, let's see where to start. All right. God, I don't like how they break it down. Hang on. Garga had a better thread. Give me a second. But yeah, I could say this. I'm bullish on everything they said there yesterday, and I was surprised by some of it too. Also, it sounds like they got an airdrop coming. So let me pop that out because we're gonna hit that as well. Where is Garga's thread? You know what? I think he edited his tweet. No, okay, this is correct. Okay. All right. Okay, starting off the event, right? Their first big piece of news was that starting in July, they're going to have an event at least once a month here. So yeah, monthly starting in July, not just a social thing, not just come and hang out, but actual games. So very specifically, 3,000 plus players, low latency, and it felt low latency yesterday. It did feel good. But action gameplay, guns, mayhem, like an action game, which is really cool. Okay, so that was announcement one, and then he kind of continued. It was just like bullet points of stuff that was coming. He'd elaborate a little bit, but the next piece I thought was brilliant, putting the building tools in the hands of the community right now, like right now. Now, it's not open for everybody. There's like a select few creators, but they're going to get the tools. They're going to start building out little games and experiences in the other side. Awesome. And they also have rewards, guys, coming for people who do build. So that's fantastic. You have to do that. Now, here's the first thing that caught me off guard. I missed something, dudes. I missed something big over the past few months or year or whatever, but they said we're buds with Improbable again. Okay, so Otherside's being built on M squared. I know that. I didn't know they had a falling out with Improbable at all. Never knew that. So that explains why nothing's happened in the past couple years, I think, right? But I had no idea. Did you guys know that? I can't, am I the only one who had no idea that they had a falling out? Friend the Cabal. Yeah. Oh, damn. Bummer, Choina. I mean, okay, you didn't miss a ton, but it was cool. Gee, Meow Tickle. Good to see you. Anyway, I had no idea there was any kind of beef there, any kind of issue. So again, makes sense now why nothing's happened over there. But who knew? They have a new front page for the Otherside, right? It's no longer just, like a website and you log in. There's more like a kind of gamey home screen, which is called the Agora, which is cool. Looks good. It doesn't matter a ton, but it's pretty cool. 3D avatars coming for codas. There's only 60 codas, or excuse me, not 60 codas. There's 30 codas, right? I know my buddy Walshy got one of those. I think he sold it, but yeah, those are very, very rare. Very rare. So they got coda avatars coming. They look good. Check this out. Let me full screen that because they look good. Oh, that's not very full screen. Sorry. Whatever. Better than nothing. Yeah. Something called Project Dragon. That's also coming in July, which I think is separate from the initial, hey, events coming in July. Or maybe not, actually. Now reading it here. A massive multiplayer event with thousands of players competing across Metropolis. I don't think we've heard the term Metropolis before. There is a me-bit in that photo, which is awesome. So this is cool. This is definitely that action-y kind of game, and this has been in the works for a while. I don't know that it's been built, but now it's full throttle building. So some kind of fighting game. Let's see. Bored Apes, Me-Bits, Voyagers, and then Codas and other assets, probably like Moonbirds, are going to join in here as their island opens up. I don't know what that means, but I like it. This is kind of touching on the content creators, right? So that getting opened up for people to start building. I like that. I'm looking. There's something specific here I'm looking for. It's not Ape Chain, although that's coming here too. But whatever. We'll hit Ape Chain for now. Okay, a lot of talk about Ape Chain, and that is happening. And it's happening really soon here. So testnet, the first Ape Chain testnet, it's called Jenkins. It's already live. Now, the second one, second testnet, V2, I guess we'll call it, Curtis goes live this month. And the Ape Chain mainnet is going live this summer. So this is going to be on Arbitrum. And this is beautiful. Keep transaction costs down. I love it. Smart. They have to do this. They just have to. Good morning, sir. Yeah, they got to do it. It's the right move. It's a smart move. Hey, good morning, GMs. Nice. Yeah, dude. It was. It was legit cool. Ape Chain. Yeah, big W. Okay, rewards. This is awesome. There's going to be a big old airdrop. There is. Okay, so Somnia, it is what is it? A pre-token layer 1 blockchain. Also an omni-chain protocol. Interesting. Okay, so you're going to be able to complete quests. And I guess getting to the point here, there's an airdrop coming. And we know how Yuga Labs does airdrops. They don't do small airdrops, so let's see and let's hope that this is a big thing. Can't be ApeCoin kind of big, but you never know. Nah, it can't be that big. But awesome to see. Very interesting. You know, Garga getting in charge here, and all of a sudden it's all the things people have wanted to see. Why the fuck did it take 2 years to get here? I don't get it. Why did it take 2 years for this stuff, which clearly didn't take much time to do? It's just it was literally an execution thing. It just goes to show when you get that corporateness to stuff and the red tape and the meetings for the meetings and the meetings for the other meetings and then meeting to meet about this. It's so stupid. How many of you guys are not in the corporate, kind of world anymore? And you just could never imagine going back to that unless you just have to. But man, there's so much waste. Web3, this tech eliminates all those barriers, all the red tape. So much faster you can do stuff here. So it's good to see that actually working out or happening right in front of us. You know what they need to do, though? Okay, maybe this is stupid. Maybe this is mid-curve. Maybe it's low-hanging fruit. Maybe it's even a dumb idea. But for all those social events, and maybe even in the meantime, like even outside of events, I wish they had parts of the other side that was just always open, and they had like a DEX there and an NFT market. I would love, and they do this in the sandbox, I would love to have stuff on display. Actually, maybe you can't buy and sell there, but I would love to see stuff on display and actually buy and sell NFTs and actually trade crypto while I'm running around in a virtual environment. I would love it. I don't know why, I just would. Again, maybe that's a stupid idea, or maybe it's an obvious idea, but I would love to see that baked into here like ASAP. Yeah. Yeah, they really are. Good old Garga. Honestly, he's the best thing for him right now. He's not a great speaker. It's interesting. While he was talking, I'm like, man, they really need somebody else for this. But he's just being real, so, it works. As long as the community loves it, then great. But it would be like, I just wonder if they had somebody that was way more energetic. Like just a great speaker, if that would help. Now, with that said, Daniel Allegre, good speaker. I can't say he brings the hype at all. I mean, he's that corporate dude, but you need a mix of the two, I think. You need a good speaking corporate degen. That's me. I'll volunteer. I'll do it. Anyway, a little FUD, but I think this is coming from a guy who does nothing but FUD stuff. So I don't think this matters at all, but yeah, in the Proof Discord, there was no announcement for the event, right? So I guess some Moonbirds at least not feeling very included in this thing. I do think Moonbird assets that were included is somebody that can join. I think that was in Garga's tweet. But yeah, they weren't happy about no announcements there, no links being dropped, no mentions of Moonbirds and Proof, at all. And then, yeah, just not a lot of positive comments, although I think those are cherry-picked. And again, I think this is coming from a dude who does nothing but FUD this stuff, so I shouldn't give him any time. I really shouldn't, but I did. But I did. I think that was mostly it, guys. Anything else from the Yuga Labs Town Hall? Was there anything else, any major takeaways you guys heard? My main takeaways are it's coming quick. You got some gaming stuff. There's going to be some rewards, and the community's going to start building this thing out. That's all stuff I liked. All stuff that should have been happening, but I liked it all. Oh, my God. The World Economic Forum saved him. Yeah. Really weird, that partnership. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's, I don't know. It feels weird. I'll say that. All right, so the other hot topic is Friendtech V2. What a cluster this has been. Okay, Sammy, I love this dude. He did a little breaking down of, I guess, the changes to the ecosystem, and it has changed a bit. You log in, and it looks like this now. Okay, there is the friend token. There are keys, which I think the keys are kind of maybe irrelevant at this point because they now have clubs. But you got your airdrop you can claim. There is like a dex baked in here for trading their currency friends. There is almost no liquidity set up by the FriendTech team. They put in like 0.1 ETH. The rest is just being set up by you as the individual. I think you create your own LP. And it's kind of interesting. But I'll say this. I saw more FUD than anything about this thing. Like, so much FUD about it. From CBB, who I'm really starting to dig that dude, man. I love that dude. I need vibes. I need music. But I love the CBB guy a lot. Like, he's entertaining and he's smart. And he farms this shit. He knows what he's talking about. So I'm going to bring up some of his good CBB points. Before I do that, let's bring up some wins, because some people are making some money on this drop, and it's good to highlight that part. People putting in some work here. Well, for some of them, it worked out. So you got Ansem here, $450,000 in his fees, in his rewards. So that's pretty damn good. And then Dingaling crushing that even. $650K. So, I mean, there's hope, although these guys are like mega millionaires. So it's like, okay, you're not going to earn this. You're not. I think my rewards, my friend allocation was like $16. I didn't play over here, really. I mean, a grand total of an hour, maybe. So, what can you do? What can you do, man? Okay. Now let's get to the FUD. There's a lot of FUD. Oh, man, is there a lot of FUD. All day long yesterday, all freaking day long, was FriendTech tweeting out, I guess, things they thought were funny and witty. The, oh my God, forgot it was today, huh? It's like, that delay earlier in the week, that was not to bake in any new little tech. You weren't ready. You got very lucky. You got really lucky. You got an easy out, but you guys weren't ready. Okay, CBB calling this out all freaking day long. Dude, you got to follow his account. It's gold. All right? Saying that when it came out, what they put into this system could have been done in a week. Less than a week. And somehow they've dragged this out for 8 months. It seems like... who's the dude running it? Racer? Seems like pretty incompetent. Like, honestly. And not being a shithead here just sounds like pretty incompetent. Yeah, it's a mess over there, okay? Yeah, I like this. While they were implementing the site, you know, like kind of upgrading these features, and they're like, hey, the site's gonna be down while we implement this stuff. CBB's like, they're probably literally just coming up with the ideas on the spot. They're just building it literally right now. You can tell. Okay, I logged into the app. It doesn't feel like a lot of work was done on this thing. I would say this is not so different from the Yuga Labs thing. It's like, what have you been doing with that time? Not much. All right, Saigar weighed in a little too here. And this is more on the technical part, but trying to log into FriendTech. Getting 504 errors, and that means something specific. It means they don't have the infrastructure set up behind the scenes to handle this traffic. You gotta expect that traffic is gonna be all-time high probably. And there's nothing set up. So yeah, there's no load balancing here. And I guess the biggest innovation here, yes, there's the token, yes, there's the LP stuff, but it's basically rooms renamed to clubs. And then this gets a little, I don't know. CBB's calling this guy a drug addict. And I'll say this. Okay, this might sound shitty. I don't mean it to sound shitty, but like, it takes one to know one. I think if you've ever maybe struggled in that area, you can kind of recognize how people act and behave. And so CBB makes a comment like this, right? When you realize that he's under hard drugs every week from Thursday to Sunday, maybe he notices a pattern in the way he talks. That's stuff you do notice. So, interesting. You know, maybe, I don't know if that's shitty to say publicly. I don't know. I'm putting it out there because someone said it, and to some degree, I think, to some degree, you know, you can see it. 21 bucks, Tickle. What are you going to do with that? Did you give your did you give your notice? Did you give your notice at work? Yeah. Well, I'm wondering. Yeah, I mean, that was weird that it was, 4 or 5 days, but well, so here's the thing, DGen. I know to build a AAA game, whatever, takes 5, 6, 7 years. Like, it takes a long time. But the stuff that Yuga Labs is implementing right now takes no time. It literally is if they're starting from scratch right now. And again, I understand the gaming world pretty deeply. Not as a dev, but like I understand it. I do. It feels to me that they don't have... knowing that the M squared stuff is a lot of like... They didn't build the engine. So the only thing they're really building there is the assets that are in the areas right now that people are exploring. So the assets for sure, but it's not like they're building out the physics and anything. None of that. That's all prepackaged. So when I go in there and I don't see any actual gameplay built out and nothing more than a big open area, it tells me they didn't do anything. I mean that. I don't think they've done much of anything. I hope I'm wrong. And if they have more to show that shows what they've been building, but the fact that here we are 2 years later from the Otherside launch, and just now avatars, like ape avatars, are getting in people's hands, that doesn't take 2 years. I don't think they were doing anything. I think they were waiting for their gaming units to start building this stuff out, and it just never happened because of the corporate bullshit. And that relationship, again, that I didn't know, but that relationship with Improbable falling apart, I think nothing was built. Dude, Lemon, did you catch my pension talk? I literally did a pension talk earlier. I hope you caught it, dude, because I was thinking of you all throughout. Guys, do me a favor still, and because I'm going to go, it's going to be a little longer than an hour today. There's just a lot to get to, but make sure you share the show out. Like, retweet, the whole deal. It helps. I am pushing to grow this. I am. I'm going to push. I'm going to push harder than I pushed on anything, guys. So yeah, I'm going to give a quick little retweet here too. Dude, I didn't retweet this from CryptoSlam. I should do that. See, I got to be smart. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. Slowly but surely. I'm going to get there, guys. Give me a second here. Okay. I did it. I did it, guys. Okay, so anyway, wrapping that all up, Friendtech seems garbage. Sorry to say, and especially if you're in Friendtech, and especially if you're Racer watching. Sorry. Just calling it like I see it, dude. Doesn't look good. Yeah, Lemon. I might still have it up, actually, but I definitely talked pensions. Oh, maybe I did close it. Yeah, I closed it. I'll give you the TLDR, bro. It was Fidelity saying pension funds and stuff. Big old boomer money's coming into Bitcoin. So that was it. Yeah, but fix your pension, man. I'm just looking out for you. Now I'll say this. Okay, like ending it on a positive note, I think I want that to always be my goal. Like if I'm shitting on something, which I don't usually do, I'm just going to be very honest about stuff, but I would like to end on a positive note, and so I'll end on Bread's thread here, which is give this time to marinate. Like, really. And that's a fair ask, right? It is new, even 8 months. That is a young platform. So give it time to marinate for people to figure out what works and what doesn't. But let that happen. Unless you are financially, kind of vested in this thing and you've put a lot in and you're not happy with the results, that I get. But somebody like me with no exposure, I don't need to shit on it. I need to do a good job of balancing my takes on it, right? So point out the problems, but also point out that it is early and that this is at least as somebody looking to build, unlike most of the other people in this ecosystem. And I'm talking about maybe just in general, us as collectors and traders. A lot of us are not building. We're here participating. So I guess it's probably nice to leave them or to give them a little bit of runway. Give them some time to actually build. What you want the link for? What are you looking? Give link. I would love to give you a link. Tell me for what. I'll link you. All right, now we're going to do a little fantasy talk. Dude, there's so much to talk about. I got to work on my timing here. I'm trying to think of what I should kind of do a little quicker here. Let's do quick fantasy top. We got to talk about ENS. We got to talk about Beeple. Beeple's got a big event coming this weekend. This like incredible death match for artists. I love it, dude. Like that is the best part of this space is that stuff. So yeah, okay, we're gonna get to all this still. I'm not gonna go too long, right? But I'm not talking about the cool shit. All right, let me get fantasy top set up. You guys have heard me say this probably before most people were talking about it on X. I mean, there was people talking about it, but you know, when people start making money, it gets very loud. But this is just one of those things I kind of sense coming from the get-go. Just makes sense. And I do think this is going to be a big deal. I think right now, very early on the platform. But Fantasy Top, you guys know this is a fantasy sports type game. Only thing is, you're using Twitter X influencers as your starting lineup. I think it's brilliant. I actually feel like it's been done before to some degree, but, you know, having that on blast, super cool. It's super smart. Of course it's going to work. So yeah, right now, 40,000 packs opened, 161 cards in circulation, 18,000 unique holders, and that's going up, I think they said, like 3 new holders a minute. Whether that's people making fresh wallets, I don't know, but I'm so tempted to get over there and play. So I imagine a lot of that's real. It's pretty damn cool, honestly. So their treasury right now at 4.7 mil. This is hours ago, too. In fact, when was this? Oh, this was yesterday morning. I bet they're up even more. But yeah, here you go. 3 new users joining every minute. Really impressive. And some dudes making money over here. And that's, you know, you got it. That has to happen. If you want this to work, that has to happen. This guy started with 0.04 ETH. He's got a lineup of some of the best, probably best performers here on the platform. He's got Maki, whatever his name is, OSF, Lupify, Jen, Nate, Alex. He's got a strong starting lineup. So that dude's winning. If he really started with 0.04, or was it even less? Whatever. He started with very little. He's got more than that now. Okay, this guy here saying he started with 0.1. Right now that's worth 2.7. Now, fair to say it ain't worth shit till you sell it. So it's worth 2.7 in theory. Will he actually get that when he sells? Don't know. But the opportunities and the potential are all here. You know, again, attention economy. If people are talking about it, it draws eyes. If people are making money, it draws users. That's kind of a perfect combination, right? Now, the big problem, we mentioned this here yesterday, is bots. Bots are going to be a problem, right? People are going to want to bot up other people's accounts. I think people are going to want to sabotage other people's accounts too. So these guys, they're going to need all involved here, especially the influencers, need to be very careful because we keep seeing X accounts getting zapped, and it's pretty concerning. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to be careful, Lemon, because I'm about to make a turn and go full influencer. What happens, guys? What happens when I have my villain arc? Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Again, I don't like being so negative, but I'm so not a fan of G-Funk and what I shouldn't say that, dude. I respect the builder. I just got a huge Huge problem with how he's built and what he's built. Yeah. Pension influencers, okay. Yeah, okay. I dig it. So, yeah, okay, these guys are building some tools to avoid bots. How? I don't know how exactly. Well, I guess they got a thread explaining how. Okay, they updated, they have deployed something. What have they deployed? How do they deploy bots that fix anything here? On X, right? Like, I'm confused. All right, I'm reading through this again. Let me full screen. Unless you guys have seen this and don't need me zooming in, but oh, I see. Okay. It finds botted tweets and it zaps the points. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. All right, I dig it. Zap the points on botted tweets, so you no longer incentivizing just numbers. All right. That just might work. Okay. Yeah, that I think is all fair. I'll tell you this. I think they sound like a really competent team, right? And for a few reasons. Again, building a product people like, smart enough to know how to get the engagement, and then building tools to make it as safe as possible. I like it. I would bet on this team. Not financial advice. Again, I'm not even putting my money in it. I want to. I do want to. Again, Spidey sense going crazy with this. They're thinking about doing clans, which would be awesome. As you know, if you're a gamer, you get that shit. Like, you know, like aligning with other clans. Maybe there's multipliers for having clans. Maybe there's clan battles, which would be amazing. Right? So, clan chain reactor versus, I don't know, clan inside NFTs. You know what I mean? Like something. Have some real good competitive stuff going on. That'd be so cool. So, I like it. I like everything about this. Keep your eyes on it. I'm certainly keeping my eyes on it. And again, I'll keep you plugged in. I think at the very least, I try to keep people's eyes on what I think is hot and relevant and going to work. And I think this is that. So even if none of us are in it, I will keep putting it in front of us as long as I think it's a hot thing. And I do think it's a hot thing. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Guys, don't let me forget. I want to talk Star Wars. Can I talk Star Wars for like 5 minutes? 5, like maybe less, but tomorrow's it's such an important holiday. It's such a big day. I know I'm not the only Star Wars geek here. There's no way. Anyway, Beeple, on this sacred day of May the 4th, he is hosting a digital art deathmatch. I don't have a lot of details here at all. I wish I did. I really wish I did because it sounds so cool. But he's got all these fantastic artists. Like, just some great artists that are participating in this. And the way I'm picturing it is, I imagine you're going there not with a piece of art already created, but maybe tournament style. He gives you a topic, he gives you a theme or something, and it's on you to go create a piece of art, and you're going head-to-head with other artists. And maybe there's a voting system or something, and, winner moves on. But Nice Aunties, who I adore. I freaking love Nice Aunties so much. Like, I gotta tell you, every so often, maybe once a year, maybe not even, but I find an artist who I'm like, oh my God, I have a new favorite artist. And Nice Aunties is that for me. I absolutely freaking love Nice Aunties. Now, I don't remember her name, the artist behind the name, but she did a TED Talk like a week or two ago, and it was fantastic, man. Her story's awesome. Her inspiration for this is awesome. She's a phenomenal talent. And the art's just bonkers, and bonkers art, like the weirdo-ass art just wins me over every time. She's amazing. So she'll be there. And so will a really good friend, somebody that we met early in The Idiots. He is an idiot. If you guys got any guesses, I don't expect you to get it right, but if you guys have any guesses, which idiot is also taking part in the death match? Who do you think? Tickle, you might know. I bet you know. Thank you, brother. I actually have no deep thoughts on it other than we just need to take a moment. All right, here we go. That artist, our own idiot brother, is the absolutely incredible Bananakin. So he's going to be at the studio too, participating in the death match. And guys, man, I love Bananakin, dude. And his chops, this dude's chops and skills just keep getting better and better and better. I love Bananakin. Bananakin designed like the first NFT calendar. It's like a release schedule for NFTs. This was back in 2020. He did the artwork for NFT boxes. He designed the box itself. He did their graphics. And he also does every day. So he's always been inspiring to me, but he does a new piece of art every day. He's an awesome dude. You know what? Funny story. He and I went to school together. Didn't know each other there, but we both went to a technical school. I went for audio engineering and he went for like animations, like game design stuff. And we were there at the same time, which is really cool to think about. So small world. I never met him back then, but I believe like knowing how that school worked, his wife and I probably were in the same classroom. There's a very good chance of that. So pretty cool story. Nice dude though. We've been friends for a few years now. Awesome dude. Rooting for him to dominate out there at People Studios. So real cool. Real cool. And then guys, like this will be our main topic to end on, but this is going to be a spicy one potentially. And we did touch on this yesterday. I don't remember if we touched on that here at Chain Reactor. We touched on it a little at the end of Inside NFTs yesterday, but Unstoppable Domains obtained a patent for tech that ENS built. I don't know the dynamic. Does Unstoppable Domains own ENS? I think so. But ENS's intentions were always to keep this stuff open sourced. The end. Like, ends there. Open sourced. Very much the ethos of Web3 here. And it is interesting they point out that the first time Unstoppable Domains, first time they tried to file and register this patent, it was denied. It was rejected. Now, something changed and it's gone through, and now Unstoppable Domains does own a patent here, and ENS is going to challenge it. So really, really interesting stuff. I don't like fighting in this space, especially fighting with builders. So you got Matt here from Unstoppable Domains. He's saying, dude, this is normal business. Like, this is valid. This is what we should be doing. Coinbase does this. Everybody in the space, VeriSign, everybody does this. So it's them, protecting their product. But again, this was not anything that was ever discussed. This goes against probably what they had talked and agreed on. So this is going to get kind of wild, it sounds like. It just does. Now, I was doing a little digging, a little sleuthing, and it is funny, this Matt guy, he might be a good dude. I know nothing about him, so can't say this is really a comment on Matt, but he seems to have this little, this history of attacking people over IP stuff. So this guy, JJ, talking about Zilliqa, which Zilliqa apparently used his own code. They took JJ's code. And they removed the licensing from it. Maybe they claimed it as their own. And you have Matt weighing in here attacking JJ. So, yeah, Matt, I don't know, interesting character? I don't know. But it turns out JJ was correct and Zilliqa came out and they gave all the credit to JJ, CHJJ, whatever. So that Matt guy, I don't know, man. I mean, again, not trying to be super negative, but also getting not good guy vibes. And I could be wrong. I am clearly not an expert in this field here. I won't call myself an expert in anything, but I'll say definitely not in here, not in IP and not in, patents and ownership. But, yeah, that's for sure. That would make sense. So, yeah, again, bummer to see people fighting. Hate that shit. We do not need that in this space. I can say that. Yeah, we just don't need it. Wow. Okay, I know this is cringes. I know this is super cringe when I do it, but it's like 400 people tuning in, which, thank you guys. I mean, other than one other show, Bitcoin.com show, this is the most watched show right now. So thank you guys. Real cool. Like, always blows my mind. Okay, had one more thing. Oh, you know what it is? Who was asking for the blast farming? I hope you're still here. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to scroll up and actually see. Who was that? I'm going to find you. Man, am I not going to find that? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Jequels. I love your name, by the way. Jequels, if you're still here, this is for you. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Now, I'll drop the comment here. Dude, maybe you've seen this already, but this was like the easy guide. Like, how do you get in? Because that has been my barrier. It's like, man, I want to get in that ecosystem. How do you start? Like, what do you do? Like, I'm not an active trader. But look, he lays it all out. Deposit some ETH over on Blast. Just doing that, you automatically get points. There's then some very easy way to get multipliers. Okay, buy $10 worth of pack or juice. Go to Wasabi, add that $10 into some vault there. And then it's basically just start buying, selling, trading NFTs. And it's literally bid, buy, sell, list, repeat. Okay. And I guess because of how fast the volume is, you're not going to lose. Like, most likely you're just going to break even and you'll have some wins and you'll have some losses. But the goal is you just kind of stay, like he says, stay active. And that's it. Like, that's the process. That's the process to just grind out points. And I think now we have seen that it is rewarding enough. It is. It's hard to say how much, right? Like, I don't think they give all these breakdowns, but I think they have a history now of being rewarding enough to make it worthwhile. So those are your steps to just farm over there. At least get your foot in the door. And then once your foot is in the door, that's when you start feeling free to explore a little more. When you get comfortable with this, you're like, all right, I get it. I get the process. I get the flow. Now let me go kind of test out this thing because that looked cool. Oh, that fantasy top thing. I remember that's in this ecosystem. I'll check it out now that I got some funds over in this ecosystem. You just start growing out from there. But this sounds easy enough, right? A little ETH goes in. You get those multipliers. These are lending protocols. So get some loans on some stuff, I guess. I want to challenge myself even to go do this. If I want to talk about it here, which I do, I think I should have some skin in the game and go probably get involved a bit. So I probably should do that. That would make sense. But anyway, I dropped the link here in the chat, in the comments. I hope it helps. If you already knew that, sorry. Okay, so this was not new then, right? But yeah, I mean, the $1.5 million worth of rewards a day being given away, basically, right? And that's what it equals. So yeah, worth doing. Dude, if you end up diving into this, like, would love to hear feedback of how you do. And again, I should probably get in there and start doing it myself. Now the most important part of the day, the most important part of the show, guys. Man, I think I get copyright strikes if I do the audio here, but tomorrow's the day, guys. The biggest day of the year, the most important, the most special day of the whole damn year. Yeah, very cool. Jequels. It just clicked for me, dude, how to say your name. It did. So yeah, May the 4th, the freaking Phantom Menace is coming to theaters. It's actually playing at the drive-in for me local. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So we got a drive-in. I kind of am tempted to go. I'd rather go see Phantom Menace in theaters. Me and Henry camped out when this came out. Like, when this came out in the theaters, camped out for like 3 days. Loved every second of it. I love the freaking Phantom Menace. So tomorrow, it is a holiday in my house. And there's like new Star Wars stuff coming out. I think Tales of the Jedi is coming out tomorrow. If you guys, man, any of you into the Bad Batch? It's like a new animated series on Disney Plus. And new as in it was out a couple years ago to start. And the finale this week, oh my goodness. It was so great. Yeah, okay. So I wasn't on the cover of Star Wars Magazine. I was on the cover of the local paper. But I was in the Star Wars Magazine. They did an interview. So they came to the theater. I didn't believe them when they said they were with Star Wars Magazine, but they interviewed me and a couple of my friends that I was there with. So there's an edition of Star Wars Magazine. I can still picture it. The magazine is yellow, and it's got a Naboo ship on the front. The little, like, that little fighter jet kind of thingy. So, yeah, man, I am in Star Wars Magazine. Oh, dude. Drive-ins are awesome. It's good to see you, by the way, man. Drive-ins are awesome, dude. I love them. Dude, people have been calling me a Wookiee. I don't know how I feel about that, which it's fine. It's fine. Usually people call me Yoda because my real name, like it's Huda here online, but my real name is Yehuda. And so like Yoda was usually my nickname. But yeah, man, happy May the 4th Eve for you guys, or to you guys. Yeah, it should be cool. I bet you we get some cool trailers tomorrow. I bet you we get a cool new Acolyte trailer. Which that's shaping up to look kind of cool. I don't like any of the Disney Star Wars stuff for the most part, but that's starting to look cool. So, yeah, I hope tomorrow's an awesome day. I'm definitely going to watch some Star Wars. Oh, yeah, here's the new Tales of the Empire, actually. Dude, looks amazing. They got to stick to just animated shit. Like stop the live action stuff. It doesn't work. Unless you get Dave Filoni doing it all, and it sounds like he is, or much more of it, but this looks amazing. So I think they got Tales of the Empire and also Tales of the Jedi, I think. Unless it's all like, like the bad guy story tomorrow. That would make sense leading up to the Acolyte, which is all like very, very Sithy. So yeah, dude, I want to catch this in the theater, man. I haven't seen it in 20-something years. Yeah, you're right. Biggie was calling me that. Exactly. Same to you, man. I forgot. GMs, man. It's good to see you. Dude, Mandalorian's like years off, I think, still. They broke that. I hope we do too, because I liked where Ahsoka was going. I thought Ahsoka was pretty cool until like the last 2 episodes. Like, I love Dave Filoni. I love Ahsoka. I love Rebels. Rebels is one of my favorite things in all of Star Wars, but yeah, man, I think Mandalorian is turning into a movie, actually. I don't know if we're going to get an actual real season. I think it's going to be a big screen thing, and they're basically going to continue Ahsoka on the big screen, kind of mixed in with Mandalorian, I think. Am I thinking of the time frame right? I think I am. Because Mandalorian is before the Rey stuff, I think, right? So I think that's how it all ties together. And Ahsoka is after Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, I think they're connected. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, guys, let me know if I missed anything. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, like anything. Because again, believe it or not, this is crazy, but last show of the week. I might do a little weekend thing. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely, I'm trying to figure out weekends what to do. And also, I am definitely talking to some people who will come on here and do segments, which will be a lot of fun. So certain days, like we're going to get into maybe a very specific topic, and I can have a regular person come in and talk about it, which would be awesome. So cool shit coming here to Chain Reactor. I can promise you that. We're going to make this the show. The show. This will be the one that people tune into for their NFT news, their crypto market updates, all that. This is the show. You guys are early. And I promise you this. We're going to find a way to make this a very Web3 thing. And by that, I mean rewarding. Reward your time. A rewarding experience, not just with like info we talk about, but just in general. In all the ways we think about Web3, this show should be that. So very motivated to do that. Anyway, guys, again, thank you. Like, really, I mean it. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You've been here all week long. It does mean a lot. So keep those questions, comments coming. Remember, guys, subscribe to SlamX Official over on YouTube and on X. God, if I were slick, I'd actually have this up, but I'm not. But on X, make sure you're following CryptoSlam. Again, so much stuff coming. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys? So much coming. Yeah, appreciate that, Tickle. Hit the like, do all that stuff. But yeah, appreciate you guys. If I don't speak with you, hope you have a fantastic freaking weekend and May the 4th and all that good stuff. So until the next time, guys, I'll see you.